East County, San Diego is not one market. It's 7 distinct communities. La Mesa, Mount Helix, El Cajon, Santee, Lakeside, Jamul, and Alpine, and each one fits a different way of living. By the end of this video, you'll know which one actually fits you. None of these communities were built to be the coast. None of them were trying to be downtown or the next master plan community going up along the freeway. That's exactly why people choose them. What draws people here is a different kind of life. Established neighborhoods with mature trees, hillside streets with real views, restaurants and parks, trails where people actually know their neighbors and their names. East County has grown, but the growth has been careful. Investment keeps coming and character stays intact because the goal was never to make every community feel the same. So which one's right for you? Depends on the life that you're trying to build, not the one you're supposed to want. Let's go community by community. When people say East County, they usually mean the stretch east of the city that runs from established suburban neighborhoods into the foothills in rural land and beyond. The best way to understand it isn't by ranking communities, it's by understanding the lifestyle. Some places hand you restaurants and city convenience. Some are built around parks and open air. Some hand you landscape itself and let you build your life around it. That's why two people can both say, I want to live in East County, and mean completely different things. One may be picturing a Saturday morning in La Mesa Village. Another, they may want the views and elevations of Mount Helix. Someone else may be picturing a lifestyle built around lakes, trails, and open space. Let's start with the community most people think of first. Let's start with La Mesa. For a lot of buyers, this is the sharpest balance between community and convenience that East County can offer. The city was incorporated in 1912, but its story runs back further, through the Kumeyaay people and through the Spanish and Mexican eras that shaped this whole region. Most cities have a shopping center. La Mesa has a gathering place, La Mesa Village, that sits at its center, full of local restaurants, small businesses, and traditions like Oktoberfest that give the city its personality. People here just don't live near things. They show up for them. La Mesa pulls a wide range of buyers. Young professionals who want access, families who want community, longtime residents who have never had a reason to leave. But La Mesa has a second identity built right into its hills, and it might be the most recognized name in all of East County, Mount Helix. Mount Helix isn't a city of its own. It's a hillside enclave within La Mesa, known for elevation, views, and a residential character all of its own. From up here, East County opens up right in front of you. Custom architecture, winding streets that follow the terrain instead of fighting it. Mount Helix Park sits at the summit and hosts concerts and gatherings throughout the year, and it's become one of the most recognized landmarks in San Diego County. Buyers drawn to Mount Helix aren't shopping for a house. They're shopping for a setting and a home that feels like part of a hillside in its own. Come back down the hill and head east, and the whole rhythm changes. That's El Cajon. Quick note before we keep going, if this is useful, I cover a different East County community like this each and every week. La Mesa, El Cajon, Santee, all of it. The subscribe button is right there for you if you want easier access to find it next time. No pressure, just an option. Next up, it's gonna be El Cajon. La Mesa is a community, El Cajon is a convenience. It's one of the largest, most established cities in East County, and it's the region's hub for shopping, healthcare, restaurants, and employment. Its history, it reaches back to the 1800s. What makes El Cajon interesting is its range inside its own borders. Fletcher Hills brings elevation and views to established neighborhoods. Rancho San Diego offers a more planned, suburban feel with shopping close by. Same city, two different lifestyles. And that's before you even count the rest of it. Downtown El Cajon is seeing real investment right now, especially with revitalization efforts working to draw in businesses and strengthen the connection between residents and the city that they live in. El Cajon is working on the core of its East County. Live, work, shop, and raise a family without ever crossing into another zip code. So far, every community that we've covered is built around suburban connection. La Mesa's Village, Mount Helix Hillside, El Cajon's convenience. You keep heading east and the landscape starts doing more of the talking. That's where Santee begins. And Santee, being outside is not a weekend plan. It's a Tuesday. Santee Lakes anchors the city with fishing, walking, trails, and camping just minutes from home. Mission Trails Regional Park sits right next door, one of the largest urban parks in the entire country. So residents never have to drive very far to disappear into nature. The homes themselves span decades. Older streets sitting alongside newer construction, townhomes near single-family lots. None of that is what sells people on Santee. What sells it is what's waiting outside the front door. Santee draws families and outdoor enthusiasts. People who want suburban convenience with nature built into the routine instead of saved for a vacation. Keep going east and Santee's suburban trails give way to something older and less planned. That's Lakeside. Further east is Lakeside, and here, East County shows a different side entirely. Lakeside's identity runs through rural living, agriculture, equestrian tradition. While other communities are defined by neighborhoods or commercial strips, Lakeside stayed tied to the land. Lindo Lake Park anchors that connection, offering recreation and open space right in the middle of it all. What makes Lakeside distinct is the mix. Some streets feel suburban, others open straight into the land. And for buyers who want something less conventional without giving up East County convenience, Lakeside delivers both. Its appeal has never been about being new. It was built over generations, and it shows. South of El Cajon, the rural feel gets a little bit more private. That's Jamul. Southeast of El Cajon sits a city of Jamul, one of the most rural communities in East County. Rolling hills, open landscape, and a pace that has nothing to do with city life. Buyers here fall for the land as much as they do a home. Privacy, views, space, and room to breathe are truly the draw. Rural living becomes daily life in Jamul. Access roads, utilities, wildfire preparedness, and property upkeep, they're all real conversations. That's not in fine print in Jamul. For the right buyer, those aren't drawbacks, they're the entire point. Jamul rewards independence over convenience. Ask the people who live here and what they'd trade for it, and most of them can't think of anything. Last stop takes us into the foothills, to the community that feels the least like San Diego and the most like a mountain town. That's Alpine. Last is Alpine, tucked into the foothills with a mountain town feel that sets it apart from everything closer to the city. Local businesses, longtime traditions, and mountain views give Alpine the small town character. Cooler evenings, a slower pace, and a sense of distance from the noise are what bring people here. Mountain living has its trade-offs. There's a longer commute time. The weather has nothing to do with the coast, and the upkeep comes with standard rural property. But for the right buyer, that trade-off is the whole appeal. A mountain lifestyle still inside San Diego County. So here's the real question. Which one matches how you really want to live? Neighborhood connection, Mesa, hillside views, Mount Helix, convenience and range, El Cajon, life outdoors in Santee, land and tradition, Lakeside, privacy and space, Jamul, mountains and quietness, Alpine. If you already live in one of these 7, tell me in the comments if I got your community right. And if you're still deciding, tell me which one you're leaning toward. I read all of them. There's no single best community in East County. There's only the one that matches the lifestyle that you're trying to build. Buying a home has never been about the property. It's about choosing the right environment that you're going to live inside every single day. And if you're weighing which East County community fits you, a conversation is exactly where I come in. I don't just open doors. I help people figure out which neighborhood they actually want to stay in for the next decade. Next up, I'm going to go deeper into each of these communities, the streets, the schools, the restaurants, and what a real day looks like in each and every single one of them. Tell me in the comments which one you want first, La Mesa or Mount Helix, and I'll make that the next video. I'll see you on the next one.